Ask Santa for a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas.
You definitely shoot your eye out. You should stick with the leg lamp.
Well, hello there, parapeeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. I am your host, Sean Donnelly.
And I'm your co-host, Mary Ann Dudley. Do you have a little problem up there?
A little mental issue.
Forgot who you were for a second?
I'll never
That's the
tell.
other movie.
That's between me and my doctor.
That's Uncle Eddie. Cousin Eddie.
Hope everyone is having a great day today. We're trying something new. Something new. Yeah, before I get into that, though, if you're into the paranormal history and some forensic type videos, you're in the right spot. Go ahead right now, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell. This is the right place for you. Panic D videos.
All right.
Today we are talking about the Christmas Story House, and we're doing things a little bit different because normally these type of videos, which we call location videos, which means we've been to that location.
Right.
These come out on Friday, and it kind of wraps up the week. But we thought, hey, we're off work. Why not? Let's try it live.
Say hi.
At least I thought that. Marianne's like, whatever. I'll be there. I'll come and sit in a chair and look pretty. Be your clickbait. But this particular location, you had their website up, right?
Kind of.
Because I need their address. This particular location is not in the panicd.com database.
No, it's not.
This is the first time we've done a location video. No, second time. No, first time we've done a location video that's not in the database. But it does have a little bit of paranormal stuck to it. A little bit.
Maybe.
We caught a report about this location a couple years ago that there was a TV crew that was going out to film a paranormal show. And I thought, hey, jackpot, another paranormal location. We can go there and add it to the database. But nothing came out about it.
Yeah,
It's just
apparently that show never made it to air. The show was American Haunts, and it was supposed to be in the 7th episode. That's what they were told. It was going to be, the Christmas Story House was going to be part of the 7th episode. But then they never, I guess, got picked up. And so it just kind of drifted away. So it doesn't make the database. Right.
Because we don't add them in the database if other people don't report paranormal claims. However, it is a very cool location. We're going to tell you how it became a museum and show you some pictures and stuff from us being there and tell you about our experiences. But before we do that, let's take a look at chat. See who's all here. Do you have chat up, my dear?
I'm getting you your address.
All right.
There we go. I got the address. All right.
Okay.
So I can go back and do my other job.
Since we are doing this live, we're going to have to mingle in some of our live stream stuff too and say hello to chat and whoever's all here.
That's right. But it said that we were the only ones there, and I know that's a lie. So I refreshed, and now we have people that are
we
here.
We have 15 watching now. So while she's doing that, if anybody can let me know in chat, this is our first live stream as a couple on this new computer. So if you guys can hear us and see us and everything's okay, please let me know in chat. If there's a problem, I guess I should have asked that in the beginning.
Yeah, I think the camera needs to move over a little bit because you got a lot of gap on your side. I'm right up against the edge, but it's all good.
We'll have to fix that.
Yeah. So
tomorrow.
I have the participants if you are ready.
Go for it.
Okay. Abraxas Paranormal is here. Cliff Reiser, Happy Trails Hiking, Joy Stewart, Justin Mello, Kel's Fam, Lady Abraxas, Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures, McGee Films, Michael Fire Jr., Shot Girl 2114, and that's how I roll.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome. That's how I roll. Great news about Justin, by the way.
Yes.
Great news. Look and sound pretty good. Well, I guess my late night of working on this kind of worked out. Late night, early morning. Yeah, Marianne was out. All right. So anyways, location video. So what we do is we kind of show the record in the panicd.com database. I already just said, hey, it's not in Panic D. So we're going to skip that part. But normally we have a little video that we throw in there that my lovely narration partner here does a history video about the location. We don't have that for this. We're going to do it live.
We are? Okay.
Yeah. She has no clue. I keep saying she's just a talent. She just shows up, whatever you need me to do. All right, so how many people like the movie A Christmas Story? I know this has been a debate. As you can tell, Marianne doesn't like it. So I really hope the owners of the location find this video. I like it.
The owners
so that
didn't make the movie.
How about everyone else in the?
Oh, Doodles by Doug is here, and
Doodles,
they seem
hello.
super excited. So I think Doodles likes A Christmas Story.
Okay, well, Marianne doesn't.
Right. And Michael Fire Jr. says, "I bet Annette Reagan's in here too." Actually, yes.
She probably is. So, anyways, everyone knows, if you've watched a movie, have you ever even watched it?
I watched it once, and that was plenty.
Once, and that's enough. Well, there's like so many infamous things from that movie. Like when we opened about the BB gun, you put your eye out. The slide we talked about last week. We talked about Castle Noel, where a lot of those movie props are still there. Tomorrow on our live stream at 5:00, we're going to be doing the Christmas Story movie trivia and some behind the scenes stuff on Let's Talk Paranormal, which is going to be fun. We might make it a little trivia game. But a lot of that movie was filmed right in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. Some of it was up in Canada and some other places.
Yeah, some were on sound stages.
But I'll tell you a little bit about the Christmas Story house, which is located at
3159 West 11th Street in Cleveland, Ohio.
And of course, it is open to the public. But
yes, it is. And you can even stay there overnight now.
Yes, you can stay there overnight, and you can stay at the Bumpus's house.
Yes.
Overnight, which is just
Who, I have no idea.
I would recommend not going at Christmas time.
Oh, absolutely. That would
We
make
went
sense.
in July.
And it was packed then.
And on our tour, there was 40-some people on the tour in July, because this is like one of the number one, it's up there, I know it's top 5 tourist attractions for Cleveland. Now, I can just imagine if you get stuck in Cleveland, where are you going to go? You're going to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, probably. Christmas Story House. Are you serious? It's in Cleveland? We're going to go check it out. I bet you at Christmas time, that place is packed.
I'm sure it is. Because there seems to be a lot of people who do like that. Although there are a few people in our chat who are with me. I'm just saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we picked this for a topic.
Although there's some people who agree with you and like it too, but...
That's all right. That's okay. All right. So let's move on. What we're going to talk about is not really the history of the house. When we do a location video, Marianne really digs into the history of the building, okay? When it was built, the size of it, who the architect was, who the builders were, that kind of thing.
Anything I can find.
Anything that she could dig up. No pun intended. But anything that she could find, we put that, or she puts that in the history videos, the location videos. This one, it's a house. Okay, so basically it's just a regular house that the
I think it was built in 1895.
See, she knows it was built in 1895. The movie studio pretty much bought it to film there, and then it kind of just went into private hands, and it was one of those things where it was starting to go, basically. So what we're going to talk about is how it became a regular house into a museum, how it was restored, and now you can actually go see it.
This is one thing I like about this.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Of course you do. When you get to it, I'm sure you have it in your information over there and your stuff. So I'm sure that will be the...
How it became a museum?
Yes.
Okay. This is what she likes about this.
Yes.
So let's get started, shall we?
Okay, let's do that. Abraxas wants to know if the leg lamp is still there. They do make them, so yes, there is.
Good question. Great segue.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Here we go. All right, so everyone knows about the Christmas Story house. This is where they lived.
Yeah.
Okay? That's from the movie. It's a picture from the movie there. That's the way it looked like in the movie. So get a good, commit that to memory, that type of thing, because the picture I'm going to show you at the end is going to be pretty interesting. All right, so what we're talking about is a gentleman named Brian Jones. This guy is one of our heroes. Well, one of my heroes. Last week we talked Castle Noel, and we talked about Mark Claus and some of these other places that we're going to be talking about, like next week with the guy who saved the fort. These guys are our heroes. They're going out and saving these locations. Whether they're paranormal, historical, doesn't matter. These guys kind of like step up, and basically their lives, they put their life into changing or saving these locations.
Yeah.
What,
if we had the money, I would definitely
absolutely.
do
If
some
I
of
had
these
the funds,
buildings,
I
too.
would definitely go and try to save some of these buildings, especially the history behind them and that kind of thing. So, anyways, a story about Brian Jones. He's the owner of the museum now. So, how do you go from, how do you get one of these locations and make it a museum? Like, how do you do that? Unless you have like tons of money and it's a hobby like Henry Ford and he collected buildings, but he had the money to do it. So the way this happened is basically Brian Jones is originally from San Diego,
which we were just at.
And he was in the Naval Academy. He wanted to become a Navy flyer.
Yes, he did.
So he got his degree in aerospace engineering, but when he went to become a pilot, he had a problem. His vision, he couldn't pass the test to become a jet pilot.
Yeah, very sad.
So this was, I can imagine, very depressing. Okay, and he was having a hard time. So in order to cheer him up, his family, and this is a pretty cool story. His family sent him a leg lamp. Now, the whole family were big fans of A Christmas Story.
Apparently so.
Yeah. So his parents actually went and got a mannequin and hollowed it out and made a leg lamp and sent it to him as a joke.
Yeah.
To kind of cheer him up. And Brian's the kind of guy who was like, this is kind of cool. And basically, he made a business out of it.
Yes. Well, other people kept saying, hey, where'd you get that? Where'd you get
that leg lamp?
So they started making them.
So he did. He started a business. And he launched a new website to sell the lamps, e-commerce website, on April 9th, 2003. And in the description is a link to their store. I already put it in there. See how that works?
Oh, okay.
This is what
so
happens
I don't have to do that?
Early morning hours.
All right.
But there's a link to the original store, and it's actually now the gift shop e-commerce site for the thing.
Yes.
And he did quite well. Very well.
Yeah, you could say that.
Very well. So now that you see where you can go and buy the leg lamps and stuff like that, they all come from Brian, basically. He has a company that manufactures them. Of course, I'm sure he had to go through all the hoops and get the licensing and all that stuff like that, but that just became a passion for him that he wanted to do that. The cool thing about it is that he generated some cash.
Some spending cash?
That's right. Got a little pocket change from doing that. Actually, I'm jumping ahead. So there it is. That's the link to the e-commerce site. The link is down in the description.
Okay.
So when his parents actually sent him this lamp, they actually packaged it in the crate and it said fragility on the side. She really doesn't like this movie. That's okay. All right, so let's keep going. So Brian's wife sent him an email one day.
Enter my favorite part of the whole story.
Yeah. It said, hey, by the way...
Guess what I found on eBay?
Yeah, found on eBay that the house from the movie is for sale.
Yeah, she thought it would be kind of amusing. Little did she know he would take her seriously.
That's right. He's the kind of guy that's like, I'd like to have that. So he got a hold of the seller.
Yes.
Originally on eBay, it was going for $99,000. He got a hold of the seller and said, "Hey, I'll give you $150,000 for it today." And within 24 hours, he owned the house. Everything taken care of. He flew to Cleveland for the first time to sign the papers.
Yeah, and he did decide that, hey, the house has not been kept the same, and a lot of the inside was actually filmed in sound stages and things like that.
Yeah.
So he watched the movie and he took meticulous notes.
Used the movie as research.
Yes.
To put everything, the way it is in the movie. They didn't film a lot of that. And, that's how they do it at a studio. But when they did film there, across the street is a tavern.
Yeah.
Which we went to when we were there.
We did.
That was there, and all the actors would hang out there, and a crew and stuff like that, and had a great time and all that stuff. But what you're seeing right now is the original eBay ad, okay, that went out, and it was going for $99,000. You can see the house right here where it doesn't look like the way it did in the movie. Okay, there's that picture blown up a little bit. And he's like, "Yep, I want it." So he bought it, and he turned it, he renovated it back to the way it looked in the movie.
Right. It cost him $240,000 to do the renovations. So, he bought it for $150,000 and then he did all those extra renovations to put it back to movie quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
crazy. If
you add it up, he paid $150,000, what'd you say? $150,000, spent $250,000 on renovations.
Yeah, it's actually $240,000, but
so that's roughly
close.
$400,000 he spent to make this museum. That's how it started, was just the house. Now it's a whole complex. They own buildings across the street. Then there's a museum that had props in it, and they, like I said, they just bought the Bumpus's house and did it. The first year when he opened the doors,
2006.
In 2006.
Thanksgiving of 2006, actually.
That first season,
right?
60,000 people went through that house at $10 a pop.
Yeah.
In 2006, and the numbers have gone up every year.
Yeah.
So they're generating a couple coins.
They don't have to worry about the fact that he didn't get to fly planes for the military.
Don't have to worry about being a pilot.
No,
not at all. So, pretty cool place. We were there in June or July of 2017.
July.
Towards the end of July.
Yeah.
And that actually, we went there the same day we went to Castle Noel the second time, because we went to, how did we do it? We went to the Christmas Story House first, and we had to be at Castle Noel by 2.
Right, because in the summertime, Castle Noel only has 1 tour a day.
Yeah, so we did both.
Yeah.
We took Mary Ann's dad with us on a little adventure, so I'm going to show you some pictures.
Yeah, we went in the house. We didn't go across the street to the other building. They have actually 3 buildings that they use now. The house, the gift shop, and then they have another building where they have memorabilia from the movie. We didn't go in the memorabilia from the movie building.
No, because we had to leave.
We had to get to Castle Noel.
To get to the Castle Noel by 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'll see this guy in here looking at stuff. That's Marianne's dad.
Yes, that's Annette. For those of you who know Annette Reagan from Michael Fayer's stream, that is her husband, my dad.
Yeah, so you can see how inside he renovated it to, and that's a fake turkey, by the way. But he renovated the house to make it look like the movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. Old fire extinguisher.
Yeah. How
much was the tour? Well, they range in price. Okay. Off season, I think it was $8. On season, it's $10-11.
Actually, general admission is
she brought it up on the website.
General admission is currently $13. Children 3 to 12 is $10. Seniors 60 and over can get in for $11.50.
Yeah, they do a very good tour. That's actually how we learned the story of how the house became a museum originally. They tell you that story about Brian, and then they take you into the house. You could go upstairs. You could go out back.
Yes. Now, if you are a member of the military, knowing Brian's military background, he actually gives a 20% discount to anyone who is active or retired military.
Yeah. So you could go all over the place, spend as much time there that you want. Also, like Marianne mentioned earlier, you can actually rent a room there and spend the night if you want to. That's probably a little bit pricier. I know when they first opened it, it was, to be the first person to stay in there, it was very expensive, but
it was.
That probably went to help offset some of that renovation cost. Yeah. But the link to their website is down in the description where you can find out more of this stuff. I even put a link directly to the eBay stuff, and I'm going to be posting all that on our Patreon page and all that stuff. So our experiences, Mayor.
Yes.
Our experiences as far as being there. What did you think?
I still didn't like the movie.
You didn't like the movie, but our experiences.
But the way they had it, we didn't have any paranormal experiences. But as far as the house itself goes, it was very nicely put together. They had really cool thing. I don't know if you have a picture of it gonna come up, but they have a telephone that you could pick up and you can hear them yelling and screaming and like stuff from the movie. And just, it was really, I thought if I liked the movie, this would have been really cool.
Yeah. There's another little tidbit that we learned when we were there, because you don't really catch it unless you really watch close in the movie. But that box that the lamp came in,
yes,
okay, that was stamped Fragile,
yes,
it's actually cut off.
Yes.
It doesn't say fragile all the way across.
No,
I think there might be a picture of it popping up here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about this on the live stream tomorrow too. But the reason behind that is when they were carrying the box to go into the house, it was too wide.
Yeah, they couldn't get it in.
They had to stop
production.
Cut the box. Didn't have time to make a new prop. Cut the box, make it smaller so it goes in through the door. So it just says fragile. I think it cuts it off on the I or the L or something like that. I think it's part of it, yeah. Yeah, but the
it's just it's off centered. I think it still says olive fragile, doesn't it? But it's off centered, and they were like, oh, we need to cut the other side, and they're like, nah, let's leave it that way. It's kind of cooler.
Just leave it. But the gift shop is all set up like those crates. So when you come in, it looks like you're inside one of them crates for the lamp. It's actually pretty neat. Yeah. Kind of cool. My experience. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime.
I thought it was too busy. Yeah. To be honest with you. Yeah. When we got there, we had to wait a half hour, maybe 40 minutes. We had to sign up for the tour, pay for the tour, and then they give us a ticket, and it's like, okay, you're at this time.
Yeah, so we went over
and
really?
It's right across the street. What's the thing? So we went.
We went over and ate in the bar restaurant that all of the actors ate in. So that was kind of cool because I wanted to go in there
anyway. As we were sitting there eating lunch, we looked out and one of the tours was leaving, and they were just pouring out. Like I said, 45 people on that tour. I could just imagine right now. They actually have a webcam that's on their website. Yeah, you can watch the outside of the house. I was going to go at Christmas time and just see how many people are there. Yeah. But they say they line down the street. Yeah. It's crazy. Parking would be horrid. Yeah, because parking is horrible in the summer when we went. And somebody in the chat had asked, they said, I bet you the neighbors love this. Oh, the neighbors do love it. The neighbors do love it because they get to charge for parking. That's right. They make money on parking. Yeah, they let you park all over their yards and they charge you. You probably have to go someplace and take a bus in or something like that. Yeah. Don't you think? Yes. All right, so what we got going on in chat here? I don't know what's going on in chat, but I did look up the prices for the house to stay in. So if you want to stay there on Christmas Eve. Oh, geez. If you want to stay there on Christmas Eve, it is $2,495. $2,500 basically to spend the night there on Christmas Eve. But how cool would that be? Spend the night. But other times it's not quite so much. $495 January 7th through October 31st, and then they have $500, $700 so dollars for other times. But Christmas Eve, that's the biggie. That's the biggie. It would be cool to say that you did that, but not $2,500 cool. No.
No, I can rent the
There's
whole
the box.
Lizzie Borden house.
Oh,
I can rent the whole
looking
Lizzie
at that.
Borden house for about the same.
yeah.
And it's the Lizzie Borden house. Yeah. So
It is a little pricey, but there are fans out there that would pay
Yes,
that, and
yeah.
they're getting that, and they're renting that. Mm-hmm. It's just, I'm really impressed with. I don't know what to put with Brian.
entrepreneurial skills.
Well, with Brian, because he didn't really get, totally like upset because he just went through this and he couldn't become a pilot. And I bet you he was on the. That would have really made me upset, if you were doing that and this is not going to happen. But then to see this leg lamp arrive, it just tells you like how his family is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Here, cheer up. Here's a leg.
Yeah.
It's a special prize.
Oh goodness. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I think we're coming to the end. I think we're
We
going to
are?
wrap it up here. We've been on for 25 minutes. This is a long one.
Oh, okay.
Long location video.
Okay.
We are going to go live tomorrow at 5 p.m. for Let's Talk Paranormal, but we're going to be talking a Christmas Story House movie trivia. And,
Yeah. So just before we.
well, see, I was going to say, is there anything else
Of
you would like to add to this
Of
video?
course there is. So
There you go.
We
Of
we
course
did
there is.
talk.
There always is.
We did talk at the beginning about how there was, no official paranormal claims, and they had a movie crew was coming out to do the videography. They actually did a whole big thing for it. They were there for several days and everything. But it turned out that American Haunts, not America, American Haunts, actually asked to go there because of the age of the house. They thought that would have something to do with the paranormal.
So they basically went there without any existing
claims.
paranormal claims.
Right.
I would love to have a conversation. Brian, if you catch this, I would love to have a conversation with you sometime. I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Not a problem. Just sit down for like 5-10 minutes, because if there are paranormal claims in that house, he would know about them.
Yeah.
He renovated the house personally by himself, and we all know
When you do renovations
stimulate activity.
Yeah.
I would love to sit down with him. 5 minutes, bud. That's all we need. Just 5 minutes. I'll give you our Haunted Travels t-shirt.
Oh, goodness gracious. So, anyways, it was supposed to be in episode 7, but it never came to fruition. So I don't know if
Being the age of the
they
house,
ended
there
up
could
finding anything
possibly
or not.
be something there, but it's not around water. It's in the middle of a neighborhood. I think if there was any activity now, it would be fans coming back. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting.
It is interesting. We didn't do any property search or anything like that, like we normally do, to find out if there was any bad stuff.
Right.
that
Well,
happened in
there
the house, but
there were several deaths that did happen in the house.
Okay,
that is
but
documented that there were
we
several
don't have
deaths,
that
but
documentation.
I don't have personally that documentation. It's just all secondhand
Yeah.
that I've gotten so far.
Okay.
But since it's not in the database, we haven't really dug in that deep.
Yeah. Be interesting to know. Again, Brian, free t-shirt, bud. Just let me know the size and I'll bring it and we'll just sit down and have a cup of coffee.
Maybe over there across the street at that little bar hickey dicker.
What?
Bar hickey dicker. I don't know. I
That's a
made
new
it up.
word.
I
Just
made it
made it
up.
up.
Come on.
All right. Are we going to look in chat? Let's look in chat here one more time before we say goodbye.
They like
All
the
of our
phone.
fans and friends and family.
They like the phone. They
Like the phone.
like the movie, but not
Your dad
so
liked
much.
the phone too.
Yeah, my dad loved the phone, and he loved picking up the BB gun to take a picture by the Christmas tree. Oh.
Yeah. There's a.
Speaking of which, it's on my screen over here.
I just shut
Yeah,
off, so
that's
there is
okay.
a delay.
Yeah, there's always a delay. But basically, they liked the movie, or they didn't like the movie. But the ones that like the movie don't like it enough to spend $2,500 there to say
Yeah.
their Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but there are probably big time fans out there that would do that. So.
And Marty's crew likes my new word I made up.
Alrighty, well, hey, again, thank you everyone for coming by and playing with us here for half hour.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with community announcements and all that fun stuff and everything tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. For Live at 5.
Live at 5. All right. Hey, until next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.
Let us know if you like this video by hitting that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified the next time there's a video from Panic D Videos.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting!